The PlayStation 4 is currently in its twilight years, with the PS5 all but guaranteed for an early 2020 reveal. However, there are still plenty of new and interesting exclusives coming to the console this year and beyond. Let's take a look at 15 of them here. Wadum. Phonomena's Wadum is directed by the creator of Katamari, which means a fair bit of weirdness is involved. You explore a world of colorful characters, making friends with rocks, flowers, and gaping mouths to solve puzzles and do other joyful things. The key element is that everyone has a melody, which can be combined together, no doubt creating a song to herald the apocalypse. All jokes aside, if you're looking for something truly unique, Wadum is out in December 2019 for PS4 and PC. Humanity. Of course, you can't talk about truly unique titles without mentioning Humanity, not to be confused with Amplitude Studios' 4X title, Humankind. Developed by THA and Enhance with Res creator Tetsuya Mizuguchi co-directing, Humanity is about people, lots and lots of people, streaming together in crowds, partaking in massive battles. The story, such as it is, concerns aliens simulating groups of people for the heck of it, resulting in some truly bizarre scenarios. Humanity is out in 2020 for PS4 and PlayStation VR. Spirit of the North. Infuse Studios' third-person adventure Spirit of the North is the tale of a fox on a journey through Iceland. The fox meets the Spirit of the North, the guardian of the Northern Lights, and the two journey through the wintry landscape to learn more about the past. Inspired by Nordic folklore, told without words, and utterly serene in its aesthetic, Spirit of the North looks appropriately chill. It's out on November 1st for PS4 as a timed exclusive and will come to Xbox One and PC later. Predator Hunting Grounds. You just can't keep a vicious intergalactic hunter down. Predator Hunting Grounds is developed by IllFonic of Friday the 13th, the video game fame. It's another asymmetrical multiplayer game where 4 Special Forces members have to take out enemies while also being hunted by an overwhelming predator. So while the soldiers have some decent weapons on hand and can loot additional items from their foes, the predator has cloaking and the famous plasma caster to thin the herd. Predator Hunting Ground is out in 2020 for PS4. Ys 9 Monstrum Nox. Falcom's underrated action RPG series returns with Ys 9 Monstrum Nox. Picking up directly after Ys 7, our hero Adol Christen ventures to Balduk, a prison city. After being accused of a military fleet's disappearance, Adol and Dogi team up with some noble monstrum to discover the purpose of the city and ultimately escape. With more vertical exploration and unique characters to control, Ys 9 Monstrum Nox is already looking like a worthy sequel in the franchise. It's currently out in Japan for PS4 and is expected to be released in the West sometime in the future. Cyber Troopers Virtual On Masterpiece 1995 to 2001. Say what you will about Sega's franchises, but it did some pretty crazy things back in the day, like Virtual On, a series about giant 3D mechs in fast-paced arena combat. Sega is releasing Cyber Troopers Virtual On Masterpiece 1995 to 2001 in Japan this November for PS4. It consists of Cyber Troopers Virtual On Oratorio Tangram, and Virtual On Force, with online multiplayer for team battles and tournaments. Though a Western release hasn't been confirmed, it wouldn't be all that strange to see it in the future. Guilty Gear 2020. The rock and roll anime-infused fighter returns in 2020 with Guilty Gear. The actual title is yet to be revealed, but we do know that several fighters like Axel Lowe, Soul Bad Guy, Kai Kisk, and Mei are returning, with some new characters debuting. Series creator Daisuke Ishibatari has talked about focusing on the core of the franchise and appealing to both new and veteran players. Either way you slice it, you'll need a PS4 to experience the utterly gorgeous insanity when it releases in 2020. Granblue Fantasy Versus. Another exclusive fighting game for the PS4 by Arc System Works, Granblue Fantasy Versus is based off of Cybergames' RPG franchise. To appeal to fans of the series, it sports some interesting twists. For instance, story mode is actually a side-scrolling beat-em-up with bosses and co-op support. The mechanics employ skybound arts, special moves that can be activated by pressing a single button but have cooldown periods. Granblue Fantasy Versus is out in February 2020 for Japan and later next year for the West. 13 Sentinels Aegis Rim. It's been a while since we've seen a new title from Vanillaware, which released a remake for Odin Sphere in 2016. 13 Sentinels Aegis Rim, out this November in Japan for PS4, is something entirely different for the developer. Set during the Showa period, it sees 13 high school characters embroiled in war and piloting mech-like sentinels. You'll run around in 2D areas via adventure mode, making choices that branch into different events, before fighting in tactical battles using sentinels. It's intriguing, though a release date for the West is still unknown. Monkey King Hero is back. Based on the CG movie of the same name, Monkey King Hero is Back is about the return of Sun Wukong after 500 years. With 10 levels and a decent-looking combat system with those good old QTEs, Monkey King Hero is Back promises new, never-before-seen episodes along with different difficulties. It releases on October 17th for PS4 and PC. Romance of the Three Kingdoms 14. Who could say no to a new Romance of the Three Kingdoms title? Probably those who have already played Total War Three Kingdoms, but Koei Tecmo's series is special. Along with being a PS4 console exclusive, it is coming to PC as well. The sequel promises new tactics, new rulers, and more unique officer personalities among legends like Liu Bei and Guan Yu. Romance of the Three Kingdoms 14 is out in early 2020. The Legend of Heroes Trails of Cold Steel 3. Falcom's other amazing turn-based RPG is the Legend of Heroes series. Though the Trails of Cold Steel series has wrapped in Japan, the West will still see the third game releasing on October 22nd for PS4. Once again taking place in a school setting, it sees Rien Schwarzer as a professor. Picking up 1.5 years after its predecessor, Rien discovers a conspiracy against the nations and, as such, must team up with his students and old friends to stop it. If you've been following the series since Trails in the Sky all those years ago, Trails of Cold Steel 3 shouldn't be missed. Concrete Genie. Though it's out soon, Pixel Opus's Concrete Genie has flown beneath the radar a bit. It's an action-adventure title focused on Ash, an artist whose notebook is ripped apart by bullies. He thus embarks on a quest to find the pages while bringing his art to life and restoring some beauty to the town of Denska. Concrete Genie isn't a very long experience, but offers some unique mechanics to go with its artistic flourishes. It's out on October 8th for PS4. Lost Soul Aside. Inspired by Final Fantasy XV, Lost Soul Aside initially had a single person developing it. It eventually became part of the China Hero project from Sony, with Ulti-Zero Games handling development and publishing. With fast-paced combat and excellent visuals, Lost Soul Aside still looks promising even though a release window has yet to be locked down. Granblue Fantasy Relink. Another Cygames release for PS4 is Granblue Fantasy Relink, and this one might be more intriguing for RPG fans. The action RPG is set in the same universe and allows players to fight with 3 AI teammates. Of course, you could also play co-op with up to 4 players, exploring the world and taking on baddies. Platinum Games was involved with the project, working on its combat system, while Cygames Osaka is handling the rest. Granblue Fantasy Relink looks promising. And that about does it for this video. If you enjoyed what you watched and want to see more from GamingBolt, you can always hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell icon next to it. That way you will never miss any of our videos.